Root creation. Delivery route finalized.
Let's get this done. Okay.
We meet again. We appreciate your service. I wasn't expecting you to make this delivery as well. Thanks, mate. Now, explain your current port upgrade. As always, thank you. Hope we can count on you in the future.
Order complete. Well done.
Hey there. Thanks for stopping by. Let me just take a look at our active orders. Time after time you've been there for us. You're a saint. Now explain your current order grade. And
Order completed. Well done.
Hell no. Okay.
Hey, Sam, you know that harmonica of yours? Why don't you try playing it for a little bit?
Good to see you again. I'm guessing you've got orders I need to check? I don't know where you found this. I'm sure glad you did.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Well, we've both got work that needs doing. Let's get at it, huh?
Order completed. Well done.
Delivery route finalized.
deliveries even at this time of night. That's good of you. We'd given up all hope of ever seeing this. I'm so glad. You're a rare breed, mate. You know that? It's only right that I entrust this to you. Your allocation of materials has been increased. Our way of repaying you for your help.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Wouldn't have been possible to make it without your support. No matter the firearm you're using, you'll definitely want this in your kit when you go into combat. You've got a lot riding on you and your plans for the continent. So don't let us down, mate.
Order completed. Well done.
Thank you so much for that. Oh my god. Fucking every time Windows updates, it fucks up something in OBS, and I did not catch that I've been muted the entire stream. So thank you very much for that, and thank you again for the raid and for the follow, now that you can hear me. So what are you playing between your streams? Yeah, that must have been really bizarre. And that's, you know what? It's kind of nice that this has been a quiet stream, because I have, like, actually avoided moving the story along just to kind of futz around. So, I guess this was more a little bit Death Stranding ASMR before my immersion-breaking voice came back through. That was funny and kind of embarrassing. Alright, back to it. Go drop off this shit. Or, wait, no, we're not dropping anything off. We're picking up some more ceramics so we can try and build out that part of the highway. What?! You're streaming a sponsored game, Foundation Galactic Frontier. Oh, cool. What kind of game is that?
Trouble nearby.
I'm biking around so much it's nearly morning again. You're either going to play Once Human or Fortnite when you go back? I'm probably going to be like on and off with this for most of the day. I have a day off work, so that was nice. And if I'm going to play anything else tonight, it'll probably be Chronos After Dark, because I need to finish that game. Right, it's in my private locker. That can go on the bike. That can go on my back. That can go on the bike. And that can go on my back. Nope, it can't go onto either. So that one can stay in the private locker. Oh, that's why, because there's already a... Okay. Yeah. It's just... Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Similar to Star Trek Fleet Command, just controlled with a mouse. The music was putting you to sleep, but the storyline is interesting. Okay. Okay. I haven't played Star Trek Fleet, like... I think I played a version of Star Trek Fleet Command on the PSP. Which was... Obviously, since I just said PSP and not PS Vita, many moons ago. Jesus Christ, daytime again. Already. Been futzing about so hard. After I deliver these to the commander and confirm my suspicion about this part of the highway build, we'll probably head back to the Magellan and continue the story. You mainly play games with a controller, so it's weird. Yeah, I am gaming pretty much exclusively off my PS5, unless I'm playing Hades 2, in which case I'm gaming off my Switch. I haven't gamed off my new PC yet. Just mainly use it for stream setups. Basically, attack ships, gather resources, rank up your crew. Okay. That sounds like it could be a fun game. And have you ever played this Death Stranding 2 or the original Death Stranding? You never even heard of this? Oh, well, you've heard of Metal Gear, right? Like, everybody knows Metal Gear, right? Right? You never heard of Metal Gear Solid, so you... Wow, okay. Well, this was created by a developer by the name of Hideo Kojima, who was the creator, like, kind of the godfather of stealth action games with the original Metal Gear back in the 1980s. Then, of course, Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PlayStation, 2 on the PlayStation 2, which were both groundbreaking for the genre. Then, of course, he did 3 more Metal Gears, had a really nasty split with Konami, went off on his own, funded by Sony, and decided to make these, which are the post-apocalyptic delivering packages and reconnecting the rest of the world game. The first game took place in the US. The second game takes place in Australia, which is where we are now. Trying to build a road. Yes. Yes. Ah! 260. Okay, so I don't even have enough left in my private locker. You play a variety of games that are mainly cozy and chaotic. I am also a variety streamer. This is kind of out of my usual streaming wheelhouse, but then again, it's very hard to quantify what type of game this is. There is definitely a cozy aspect to it, because like the main gameplay loop is going around and delivering packages to different people, kind of like a delivery boy. And you can either do that on foot, on a bike, as you can see I'm doing. Later you get a truck. There's a lot of weird things in this game, and one thing Hideo Kojima is also known for, and this game is a very deep and bizarre narrative. For example, the first Death Stranding final cutscene, basically the epilogue of the game, is literally a 2-hour and 15-minute long movie. I'm wondering if he's going to try and top that in this game with a 3.5-hour final cutscene. But yeah, the end of the first game was literally just like, grab the popcorn and watch. That floating ship over there is our home base. The Magellan. You want a bike? I know, it's such a cool design.
Great.
It is degrading, because the rain that's going on right now is actually not acid rain, but timefall. It rapidly ages anything it touches until it hits the ground. Then it becomes normal water. So that's why everyone has to wear these like big hoods and everything when it's raining, because like if you don't, you become an old man and then bones and dust within the span of minutes when you're out in the rain. It's kind of funny that he never covers his face. Also, for fun and scouting, we have this doll, who also talks to us. But we can, like, at any point.
Ready.
Woo! Use him to scout.
Let's catch up.
Also, we detect ghosts with the ghost baby in the pod. There is literally a baby in that pod. Well, In the first game, there's literally a baby in that pod, but at the beginning of this game, Hideo Kojima shot the baby, or decided his game would have a baby being shot. And now we have a ghost baby. Needless to say, this game is weird. Very fun. Alright, I'm only here for the materials. It is a creepy looking doll. It's actually, I'm blanking on the name, but it's actually the likeness of a director. There are a bunch of auteur directors that are characters in this game. Not voiced by themselves. They got other voice actors, but Guillermo del Toro's likeness is in this game, of course, director of Hellboy, Pan's Labyrinth. Nicholas Winding Refn is in this game, who's best known for films. I think the best known film Nicholas Winding Refn directed was Drive. But funny enough, especially since this game takes place in Australia, George Martin's character is the pilot of our ship, and George Martin, of course, was the director of Mad Max and The Road Warrior. So that's kind of cool that they're all in this game. Am I going to have to go to the frickin' observatory to get more ceramic? I probably am, because I need another 100. Unless you guys have it here. You don't! You don't have the extra ceramics. What good is the Australian government if you don't have the ceramics? This bike is really, really showing signs of wear from all the rain. But yeah, this game is like one part package delivery simulator, one part rebuilding Australia, one part stealth action, because we have a bunch of guns, and, well, there are even some bandits over there we can get in a fight with. This game is actually a lot more action-focused than the first game, even though, you know, for the better part of the last hour and a bit, I haven't been doing anything action-y, and I've just been, like, driving back and forth, picking up deliveries, building bridges, and now trying to build a highway out even more, because, like, having this thing built out makes traveling between places so much easier. I don't have anything for this place, do I? No, all my lost cargo's for the commander. No, I don't need to fabricate. Yes! You know what? I'll take the extra 160. And just in case, we'll take another 2. Because right now I don't really care about building out more of the highway other than the part that I'm currently trying to build, because we get a truck later, just like in the first game, I'm sure. And that'll be way easy. It'll be way easier to transport tons of materials to build highways when we get that. Oh, that rock that I drove through was a hologram, because they're right next to a bandit camp, so they have a hologram rock set up to hide their base. This game is not free to play. It is published by Sony. So they are AAA price, I will say. The first game is available on PC right now. PC, PS4, and PS5. And I think it did eventually go to the Xbox as well. Should be on sale. This game is currently exclusive to the PlayStation 5 until March. And in March, it's coming out on PC. But yeah, there's like no free-to-play element of this game. There's like no microtransactions, no PvP, PvE. no live service elements. There is an asynchronous multiplayer, like once you bring an area of the map onto the network, you'll be able to see other players' structures or other players' shared contributions to constructing out things like the highway will be present. And, you know, people can leave signs and messages, like all these weird signs I'm driving through on the highway were left by other people. Like, I did not build that generator there. It was built by someone else, which is why it's in green. Anything I would have built would have a blue outline instead of a green. So, it's got a weird asynchronous multiplayer part, but you really never interact with any other humans in this game. It is a strictly single-player experience for the core gameplay. And it's freaking gorgeous to look at. I'm just happy that the rain hasn't brought any BTs with it. BTs being the ghosty things, which we might end up seeing once we get up and around this mountain. Because I've got some packages for a guy who's up there. And I'm taking the long way because I discovered that my suspicions that the highway went up to him were right. But yeah. The other cool thing about this game from a technology standpoint is outside of the Horizon series by Guerrilla Games, this is the only game to use the Decima game engine, which Guerrilla actually developed themselves. And definitely uses it in far different ways than the Horizon games do, because this is a much different type of game than those are. But cool to see someone else using Guerrilla's engine. And, you know, like, Kojima and his other co-lead, Takio, have even said, like, they've been sharing a lot of notes with Guerrilla. They've actually been helping with development and improvement of the engine through building Death Stranding 1 and 2 on it as well. It's really cool. It's weird that you're finding the artwork and not the game on Steam. Well, if you're looking for Death Stranding 2 on the beach, that would be why, because it's, like, it would probably be available on pre-order, but who the fuck pre-orders a digital copy of a game? Like, that's madness. But the first Death Stranding, or at least the Death Stranding Director's Cut, definitely available on Steam. There we go. You only typed in Death Stranding? Weird. Because it should be, like, as far as I know, it's available on Steam. I don't think it's only available on the Epic Store. Worst case scenario, it's definitely on GOG. Yep. There we go. Thought that would connect the entire way. Oh, fuck. It ends right here. I was hoping it would go further up. Now I'm wondering, like, if this bike is actually going to survive before I get back to the Magellan. Because it is looking very banged up. And now we've got a rough ride up to the top. Thankfully, this bike defies all the physics and can jump. It's what the world needs, is a physics-defying jumping bike. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I mean, since we're here. You know what, actually? How do I build... There we are. May as well see if anyone actually leaves stuff here or finishes out the road. What I just did was I dropped a sign for other players to see, asking for materials. Oh yeah, we definitely build the road out to, See, somebody else had the exact same idea. We definitely build the road out to the lone commander. Take that, tree. Sorry about the damage to all of those. I've been holding on to them for a long time.
Out and about working even in this weather. You just don't quit. Of all the things I never expected to receive, you bloody ripper. Now displaying your current quarter grade. It is pelting down out there. Mind your footing on the steeper slopes, you hear? Don't want you going rolling down a hill, do we?
Order completed. Well done.
Oh yeah, no, it's like, I am honestly surprised it isn't easily findable on Steam. I mean, it's not like the first game wasn't a multi-million selling property. You know what? Since we're here, I'm cleaning you out, sir. He had 420 ceramics exactly. Smoke him if you got him. Perfect. Shoot, he's right. It is bloody pelting down here. Ghosts! The Watchers are out in full force. That's why the sky just went red. Get out of here. I do not need to be caught in the frickin' explosion. There we go, we're safe.
Fuck this.
I agree, Sam. It's far too much rain. We gotta get out of here before our bike disintegrates in it. Had issues with several other games on Steam like that. Sometimes you have to go to the developer's website and click download. Yeah, you shouldn't have to. Like I said, like worst case scenario, it's definitely on Epic, it's definitely on GOG, and you could probably go right to Kojima Studios' direct website directly and download it from there. Although, I don't see why, it shouldn't force you to do that. Like, this game is literally published by Sony. This is not like it should be a hard-to-find indie-developed game. Oh. Bike's starting to crackle. That means it's really close to dead. Good. We're starting to run. Yeah, I'm under 1,000 Corellium. Definitely starting to run short. We're good. Thankfully, we have this highway here. And what? Oh, yeah. It's warning me about the sudden drop off at the end. Yeah, so I've pretty much drained all of the facilities of their materials at this point, so there is really not too much of a point to continuing to try and build the highway out up towards the commander at this point. Steam is weird sometimes. Gaming culture in general is weird. Can I be super lazy with this? And just... Yes!
That's quite...
These both going to the government? Bunch of stuff for the government. Crikey. Yes. We also got to the Australian continent through that big gate arch over there, which leads directly to Mexico. So on the other side of that gate is Mexico. Wonderful form of travel when you can get from Mexico to Australia in 2.5 seconds. Wave of the future, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Please don't be out of range. Thank you. I love being lazy. And this sticky gun makes it so easy to be lazy. As does this bike. All of those are going to the government.
Trouble nearby.
We meet again. We appreciate your service. I wasn't expecting you to make this delivery as well. Thanks, mate.
You're welcome, mate. It's going to take a long time to get 5 stars with them.
Hope we can count on you in the future.
Bike is rusted out so heavily. Ooh, it is 420. Smoke if you got him. Is it sunset again already? Jesus. right. Gonna lurk for a little bit. I hear that. Thank you again for sticking around. It's great to see you. In 1 second, I'll be right back.